I was reading about GPTs and asking ChatGPT to explain the different components, and then we got to the part about the components, key components of the transformer architecture. And I was reading in this the second point here that it says positional encoding. So I'm reading. It's new information to me, and I come across some terms like this RNN. So from my readings, it's recurrent neural networks. But I had to look it up a few times. But even now, I can't say or I can't explain in one sentence what recurrent neural networks are. So you'll see it's an unfamiliar term to me. And then transformers, you're getting the a handle on it, getting an understanding of it. Then it comes down here, positional encodings, input embeddings. So most of the words or the terms here and the context within which they used, I don't understand them. So it got me thinking. I I remember this bit about John Peterson, what he talks about order and chaos. So order and chaos in balance. It's mentioned in his book here, and I found it on this blog post. I did a quick Google search and I found it on this blog post, shortcom or shortform.com/blog John Peterson. So John Peterson talks about chaos is unexplored territory, so you don't know what's there, and then order is it's a place of familiarity. It's explored territory. You know what's happening. You know where things are. It's the routine in your life. It's the people that you know. It's the job, the things that you do on the day to day. You know what to expect. So throughout your life of order, you experience some uncertainties. Unknown factors are thrown in. It says, but the thing is that we need order, but too much order will be boring. And then us as human beings, we need challenge. We need a bit of variety. So that's what makes life interesting. But then too much of that uncertainty will find you in absolute chaos where you have no control over what's happening, and that can drive someone insane, and you can't live a functional, productive life in such a situation. So I I thought about that when I was reading because I believe that that same concept of order and chaos applies to everything that we do in life. What do I mean by that? It applies to everything in life because as human beings we go through life and then we learn new things, we acquire new knowledge, we learn new skills, and we develop and we grow. So when we are gaining that new knowledge, the new skills, we need a part of it that we're already familiar with, and then we stand at the edge of what we're familiar with and we grasp the unknown in small bits. For example, if you're lifting some weights and you want to lift your target weight. Say if you want to be able to lift 20 kilograms, and if you go and you're lifting 1 kilogram, that's too light for you, and you're going to see that you'll get bored, and you'll see that, or you'll say to yourself, "There's no point doing this. I can already do this. It's too easy." And if you go and you try to straight up lift 20 kg, it's going to be too heavy for you. What you need is you need to find the weight that you can lift, and you can lift while giving yourself that challenge, and you'll feel that you're engaged, and then you work your way up so you are at the edge of what you're comfortable lifting, and then gradually you build up your weight that you can lift. So the same applies here when you're learning something. When I was reading there, most of the words I didn't understand, so then that tells me that I'm approaching chaos. So I have to go and acquire some prerequisite knowledge by finding the individual meanings or the context of those terms and those phrases. So that can tell you, that's an indicator. It's telling me that I missed something along the way. I like to think of it in that way, that I missed something before arriving at that point. Not to say that you can't understand that knowledge, you're capable of understanding it, but you need to understand what comes before you get to that stage, and that's progress for you.